Hey, welcome to the program. This is Our Healthy Homes, ourhealthyhomes.com, 651-775-9194. That's the Healthy Home Hotline, 651-775-9194. Give Sheila a ring-a-ling-a-ling. She'd be happy to have a chat with you and get you going in the right direction with your health and wellness needs. On Our Healthy Homes, we talk about the 4 pillars of a healthy home, talk about the structure, the ecosystem, your body, and your emotional and spiritual well-being. And remember, it's young living or assisted living. You can make your home a healthy home, and it all starts with you, and it begins right now with the lovely and talented Sheila. What's on the docket, honey?
Check the website, ourhealthyhomes.com. Click on the events tab. We're just starting to get August and September events on there, so check it out. Obviously, you can always call me, reach out to me. I do a lot of one-on-ones. You don't have to wait for one of our talks, and really we just schedule.
But you have so many of them that, they only have to wait for a day or two.
Well, yeah, a week, all right, because there's usually one a week. All right. So what I'm asking the listeners to do today is go to Facebook,
All right.
look for Sheila Hittner, right? You'll see the picture of me with the glasses on, yellow background. Check out my post today.
All right.
Pretty proud of it.
Oh.
So you know how your memories comes up on your camera, right?
Yeah.
And
on your feed.
Okay, whatever. And so we look at the mirror every day, and we don't necessarily see changes in ourselves. But people see it in us, right? So it came up, and it was me playing pickleball last year, right? After the injury, I put on 10 pounds because it was almost a year of not being able to
move like you should.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you were generous in that. You could have really gone down the deep hole. And anyway, so it came up on the feed, and I've been on the Balance and Burn, Young Living's Balance and Burn, for 7 months, and it really works on digestion and blood sugars and all the other things. And some people see results right away, and some people have a lot of digestion and a lot of work that needs to be done before you see the scale. But more importantly, when we were at convention a couple weeks ago, Howard, the scientist, said, don't look at the number on the scale.
Not a gravity thing.
Right, exactly. So I took a picture of me the other day. I didn't have the exact same shirt. I couldn't find the exact same shirt, but I did take a picture of me in the pants, kind of the same position. And that's 7 months, and that's quite dramatic. Now, you think you're funny and you're like, which picture is which? But go on my Facebook, look at that, and it's 7 months. It's amazing to see. I feel great. I'm back at pickleball 3 days a week. But changes happen slowly, and we don't give ourselves enough grace to see them. It's kind of like when I started my health journey, right, and I cleaned my liver. People which we're going to get to this topic today, would always say, "Wow, what you do, your skin is so great." And it was just like I cleaned up my body. So not only is it the outside, it's the inside. When you change the inside, so many things change on the outside. So go to my Facebook, Sheila Hittner, look at the post. If you have been struggling with any kind of weight issue, I have struggled with it all my life. My highest was 185, and I always say, bless your heart, Keith, for meeting me and loving me at 185.
Okay, so I just gotta say in my own defense here.
Okay, all right.
So you know the panic that sets in for a man when his wife shows him a before and after picture and doesn't, with no backdrop, and just says, "Here, look at this. Can you see the difference?" And I'm like, okay, my head is spinning. Am I supposed to be looking for a different shirt she's got on? Is there hair I'm supposed to be looking at?
Does this make my butt look fat? That kind of a question?
Exactly. It's like, what am I supposed to be looking at? What am I supposed to be looking at? Mine goes completely blank. Can't see anything. Yeah.
Yes. Right. So, I feel great. I'm going to continue to do it. I've added the Master Cellular Nutrition. That's a whole nother level of we've talked about the zombie cells before, and how they hang around in your body, and so they need to come out, and the pathways aren't open for that to happen, and so forth. So we've had that conversation before, but if you want to know more about that, just reach out to me. But my point is that your possibilities are limitless, and I did put in there that you have to make the commitment. That you just do. I mean, you can't.
What kind of commitment?
Well, you can't expect to still eat the potato chips and not move your body, and there isn't a magic bullet.
That's not what the TV ads say.
Well, the TV ads are different than
lying
what
to you?
okay. Than what we promote and what we
All right.
offer and what we have. The other thing I wanted to chat with today is. We have skincare, a skincare line, and today our guest is going to talk about what she does with her business, but we are going to talk about it a little bit later. We are going to talk about the frankincense that you use and the Beauty Glow that is Young Living's full spectrum CBD oil, and how you implement that into your business. And if you don't know the benefits of frankincense, there's a whole list of information and benefits that support your body, not only your face. And so we're going to talk about that with our guest today. And we do have, also I wanted to touch on, I'm going to save the frankincense and the Beauty Glow for us because we're going to talk about that. But I did want to touch on the brightening eye cream. I don't know how many people know or don't know that Young Living has a skincare line. And so the brightening eye cream is a multitasking eye cream that helps you look instantly better, right?
Brighter.
Yes. So it's powered by the plant-based, which is what we do at Young Living, is everything's plant-based, no harsh chemicals, synthetics, anything like that. And it is also your purchases are making an impact when you purchase through Young Living. So the under eye cream is made with sustainably sourced botanicals, including lemongrass essential oil from our grass farm in southern India. Our passion is to visit every farm Young Living has. We haven't done that yet, but it's on the bucket list. And so it also supports the local farmers and their communities with every time you purchase. The other one I wanted to mention is the collagen peptide serum, and that is a vegan collagen amino acid and peptides C-phenyl extract, which is a natural retinol alternative. So if you Google the side effects of retinol, I mean, if you care about your body and your skin, you might just have some eyes open to what retinol and the damages.
What's the difference between that and the brightening thing?
The brightening eye cream is just for around the eyes, and our guest today can probably tell us why we don't want to put the same product all over, because the skin is different around the eyes than it is around the face. Because okay, right? Yes. Okay. And so, of course, the collagen peptide serum, is for the fine lines, firmer appearance without all the harsh chemicals. And
do you
that one,
inject that in your lips then, or what do you do with it?
Not quite.
Okay.
Not quite. So that is sourced from our Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood, which we were in Kona. And so we got to see that process and see how that was made. And lang-a-lang, which is an essential oil that comes from the Ecuador farm, which we were blessed to be able to go to last year and just live in a sea of lang-a-lang and be exposed to all of the processes of the distilling and that native orchard conservation in Ecuador was beautiful as well. So you deserve beauty. Stop wasting your money on all the toxic chemicals, synthetics, and support the farms as well, and support your body with natural products.
So part of being healthy and I'm interested in longevity. Part of the longevity process, of course, is looking good as well as feeling good. You can feel great, but if you look like a train wreck, that's one thing. Or you can look like you can look great but feel bad. We want you to do both. We want you to look good and feel good and be powerful and active in your world so that you can play pickleball 2 or 3 times a week and do all the activities that you want to do for as long as you want to do them.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to head out to break. This is Our Healthy Homes, ourhealthyhomes.com. The 4 pillars of a healthy home, remember, young living or assisted living. You can make your home a healthy home. We'll pick it up right after these messages. Hey, welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. This is Our Healthy Homes, ourhealthyhomes.com. 651-775-9194. That's the Healthy Home Hotline, 651-775-9194. Say that slowly for the people in Iowa. You can write that down. All right. Give Sheila a ring-a-ling-a-ling. Michelle, how the heck are you?
I'm great.
Okay, so we're talking about the 4 pillars of a healthy home. We talk about the structure. We talk about the ecosystem, what's going on inside the house. We talk about your body, your physical body. We're going to touch on that today. And emotional and spiritual well-being, because there's an element to that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you are an esthetician. Am I saying that right?
I'm an advanced practice esthetician.
In advanced, what's the difference?
Advanced practice has more hours of education than a regular esthetician in the state of Minnesota.
What's that mean? Well, who cares?
Well, the modalities that we're allowed to do as an advanced practice esthetician, there's a lot more things we're able to do than a regular licensed esthetician.
Okay.
More advanced, sometimes even medically based than a regular esthetician in the state of Minnesota.
So the estheticians, for example, at a hair salon or a spa, those are typically not advanced?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Anybody can achieve their advanced practice license by going back for more education, or now you can actually go to school and get that many hours, which was not possible when I went to school, so we had to go back for continuing education to advance up to advanced practice.
Okay.
But an advanced practice esthetician can work anywhere, in a salon, with a medical doctor, out on their own. So
and you work on your own?
I work on my own.
And you have for?
I've been on my own for, Sheila. Well, I opened my spa 28 years ago, but I've been a licensed esthetician for 34 years.
Okay. Wow.
what made you want to do that?
Aesthetics?
Yeah.
Well, I was 22 years old, and I was all into beauty and fashion and all that fun stuff, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. I had just moved back from Europe, and I decided aesthetics looked like fun, and it was.
Mhm.
So that's why I did it at 22. But then I absolutely loved it and got a passion for it.
Because you would think at 22 your skin's perfect, everything's perfect, you're looking like a champion. What would make you think of that as a career? Usually I think of when you look in the mirror and you start getting a few wrinkles, you go, ooh, that maybe is when you start using it, not when you start practicing it or determining it. So where'd you go to school? How'd you learn how to do it?
I went to school at Horst, which is now called the Aveda Institute.
Oh, yeah.
Back
Okay.
then it was called Horst,
Yeah,
downtown
that's right.
Minneapolis. Fabulous place to go to school. Loved my education there. Actually got to know Horst back in the day, back then in 1992.
Good stories about that, I bet.
Yeah.
Okay, so since 1992, and then you went to work for one of his salons, or
No.
did they have salons even? of their own?
In 92, I don't know if they had individual salons back then. We had a salon in the school people could come to. I'm thinking he probably did. It was a long time ago. Of course, now they have lots of Aveda concept salons and jute salons and things like that. But I actually was living in Rochester at the time,
Okay.
and so I went to work in a couple of different salons down in Rochester.
So how do you go about then developing a client base? Now, just we'll talk about the skin stuff later, and you guys can get into all that. That's above my pay grade. I'm more interested in the business side
Yeah.
of things, in terms of, whether you work for somebody, whether you work for yourself, whether you go lease a space, or whether you work. So many people are it's all out of the house now. So many businesses, all not just your business, but a lot of businesses are out of the house. How do you decide kind of which direction you're going to go? Do you work with somebody? I'm throwing a lot of stuff at you, but I mean, it's that whole thing. I'm curious about the thought process.
Okay, so back when I started, we had to work under a manager for 2,600 hours in a salon or spa after we graduated.
Oh,
2,600 hours. How
yeah,
long was
2,000
that?
hours
Yeah.
in a year if you're working 40 hours a week. So
Yeah.
2,040. So that means probably a couple of years.
Yes. Yeah. Full time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, but that's not the way it is anymore. The state of Minnesota changed those laws, and now you can come straight out of school and you can open your own place.
Mm.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, right, right. So, it's why it's important to know the experience of your esthetician, where you're going, what they're doing, all those kind of things. And school, is just a basis. It's basically, this is how you do it. You don't get a lot of chance to do it, right?
Oh, okay.
You need to get out into the field and work on people. So I was actually very grateful for the 2,600 hours I had to work under somebody, because I gained so much from that I did not know, as far as running the business, as far as all the different skin conditions and things that you're going to come across that you don't come across in school. So, but it's changed today. Now you can come out of school and you can open your own place. And how you decide, I personally still, even though the laws are what they are, I would go work under somebody and get experience.
If you were new.
If I was new, yeah, exactly. And I get asked all the time from new estheticians if they can shadow me in my business, because I do a lot of advanced practice and regular aesthetics things, and they would just like more experience, because they come out of school feeling like we're not really sure what to do here. It's a little nerve-wracking. I mean,
Sure.
we're using chemical peels. We're using electrodesiccation. We're using things that are, radio frequency. We're using serious things that could damage the skin if not done correctly by a well-trained person. So,
What's the difference then between like someone who just goes in and I want a facial, okay? I don't even know, what does that mean versus someone that goes in and says, look, I've got, bad acne. What's the approach difference there?
So a lot of people come in for the relaxation of a facial,
Okay.
and that's what they want.
And
Okay?
that's the emotional and spiritual part of it.
Right.
Yep. The internal, external healing, relaxation, energy shift, all those kind of things. And I've had clients that have come to me for decades, and that's all they want. They want to lay on the bed. They want to relax. They want to sleep. They don't want to talk.
Well, that's got to be hard for
Well, that's hard for me.
that's hard for us.
Right. And then other people are looking more for the medically based treatments like sunspot removal.
What did you do on Keith?
I did a procedure called electrodesiccation, which is one of my absolute favorite treatments to perform. It's also one of my most popular treatments people come to me for. And it helps treat sunspots, cherry angiomas, which are the little red dots people get on their skin and their face. They can be treated anywhere on the body. Sebaceous hyperplasia,
Which is?
it's kind of hard to explain, but it's cholesterol kind of trapped underneath the skin. It's an overactive oil gland, and it forms what kind of looks like a donut on the skin. They're little, but usually if you have one, you have several, and they get bigger and they're kind of annoying. So, and then it also treats melia, which are the white bumps underneath the skin, and skin tags. It does a lot of things for little now I can't say the word. Irregular.
Irregular.
Yeah. On the skin. So
And what was the thing that he had? The brown thing?
This thing right here.
he had a keratosis. Yeah, he had some keratosis, which is just it's from aging of the skin. You just get them when you're older, and they get kind of crusty and raised, and it's like a sunspot, but with texture to it.
Yeah, I was surprised when you said you wanted to go and
You know why? And this is a guy.
Well, look how fabulous
This
he
is
I
a
is.
know,
guy.
right?
I look terrific. I looked at myself this morning. I thought, man, you look good.
Yeah.
So
Who's your esthetician?
Right,
kid?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, exactly.
So, funny. Okay, so first I had this thing and it itched all the time. and I pick at it.
Yeah, you are
I
a
was
picker.
constantly picking at it.
Yeah.
And it's finally it just kept on, and it was red all the time, not because maybe it was red because I was picking at it all
right.
the time. And so then you went in there, it hurt.
I think the kids mentioned the one on your cheek too. Didn't a couple of the
Well, a couple of the kids were worried about this one. They thought it was going to
okay.
be something more
Big.
than
Okay.
what it was. But anyhow, got rid of it all. When we were in Ecuador, we come back and kind of reflect on the trip, of what's
Right.
with the trip and all that stuff. And people ask me, what was my favorite part of the trip? My favorite part of the trip was the facials.
and hilarious
And
because you had the facial, you had the massage, you had
I'd never had one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Most men haven't.
Yeah.
And when they come in, they love them and they always come back.
Yeah, it is. It's very relaxing. And I like the facials the best. Kind of sounds weird, but it's the truth. What is your practice? Is it you're mostly women then, or mostly men, or or a mix, or what is it?
Yeah, mostly women. I don't really take men much in my home business anymore. I also do treat teenagers, of course, which includes boys, young men for acne. I do a lot of acne treatments. It's one of the things that I specialize in.
Okay,
So,
we mentioned that before. We never got to it, so we'll do that when we come back from break. This is Our Healthy Homes, ourhealthyhomes.com, 651-775-9194. Give Sheila a ring-a-ling-a-ling, and we will be right back. Welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. This is Our Healthy Homes, ourhealthyhomes.com. Something's wrong with my chair. I feel like I'm sliding out of it all the time. I always got to push myself back, and then I'll kind of slide forward. Pretty soon I'm just going to flop onto the floor. Ourhealthyhomes.com can maybe help that. Okay, so we're talking with Michelle Lee, Advanced
esthetician.
Esthetician.
Yeah.
Your company is Advanced What do you call your company?
Michelle Lee, Advanced Aesthetics and Wellness.
Okay, Advanced Aesthetics and Wellness.
Mhm.
All right, so when we went out to break, last segment we just touched on some different areas of practice, I guess I'd call them. Acne, oncology, I'm curious about that one. And then aging skincare, because everyone wants to know about that, especially our audience, aging women. A lot of women listen to the program, and it would be of interest to them. Talk about acne in kids.
Well, it's a problem, right? You hit that age and those hormones get moving and raging, and they can cause a lot of acne and other skin issues. Also, younger kids eat a lot of dairy. Dairy can definitely be a problem with acne. These are all things that I go over in my consultation with the client and their parents.
Okay.
When we sit down and talk about all these kinds of things. But I've been treating acne for 34 years. It's one of the main things that I learned in school. I've done a lot of advanced training in that field. It continues to change all the time, which is a good thing. They come up with better products, more effective, less toxic.
But you do talk to them a little bit about obviously the food, because the digestive system,
The holistic side of it, yes.
because
Absolutely.
we know what they're consuming,
Yes.
at that age, which doesn't. It's like the perfect storm, the volcano, to turn on your hormones when you're eating like you're eating.
Yes.
And then it's, the
Sugar and
eruption.
dairy. Sugar and
Right,
dairy.
right.
Look
And
out.
it's the eruption.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then
How open
combined
are
with-
they to it, though, these kids? I mean, it's different because it's coming from you versus mom
Yeah.
or dad.
And moms like that. They're
Yeah.
like, you tell them.
Yes,
you tell
right,
them. If
yes,
you tell
right,
them, they'll
right,
listen to
right,
you. So I do go into depth in the internal and holistic part of the whole thing, because you cannot treat acne without it. That's the thing. See, when you go to a doctor, they write prescriptions, correct?
Right.
And those prescriptions can help kill off bacteria, do things like that. But the problem is you're not doing anything in the internal side.
Right.
What's causing it, right? It's like a Band-Aid over the problem. So if you stop the medications or the topicals, usually it comes back. Or it's possible that every 6 weeks they have you continue to come back and they switch you on to something else because the first thing or the second thing quit working.
Oh.
So Now we'll switch you to this. Now we'll try this. Okay, that's not working more. Let's try this. So they end up kind of going, down the rabbit hole of acne medications, prescriptions, topical products, and nothing internal is done.
And I remember when one of our kids had juvenile arthritis, and they wanted to put her on medication, and she said no, which I'm thankful. So we took her to a chiropractor, and that's when kind of the awareness was with
It's from the inside out.
right,
Yes.
the sugar in the
out.
ketchup, and
Yeah.
he specifically went through all these foods that are inflaming her body, which is inflaming the juvenile arthritis. And so she was pretty open to that. You know what? It helped because the chiropractor was cute too. So
Well, that helps. I mean,
come on, it doesn't hurt.
So how long? So when someone comes in,
Wait, is the acne mostly boys or girls?
it's both.
Okay.
Hey, it's even adults.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's even
suppose.
adults.
I mean, I never, surprisingly, never had any problems with
Yeah,
that,
well,
but-
we go through these hormone changes too a little bit later in life. Also, hormone changes when we get pregnant.
Oh, sure.
So
yes,
the
yes.
pregnancy skin, which I also treat in a safe way with safe products for people that are having issues. They can be major issues when pregnant. Cystic acne, things you never had before can pop up.
Okay.
I mean, you can also get a condition called melasma, which a lot of people confuse for sunspots or sun damage, but it's not. It's a hormonal condition, and a lot of times pregnancy can bring that on.
I had that once,
Did you?
and they asked me if I was pregnant. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, that'd be a no.
Let's see.
But it was whatever I did.
It's very
It was so
common.
long ago, right? Six months of whatever I did.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
so then
Anyway.
when someone comes in, okay, so a kid comes in, got a face full of pimples, or on their back or wherever they get 'em.
Ooh.
Okay, so then you meet with them. I'm just trying to get the process. So you meet with them and
Yep.
their parents, kind of go through the do's and don'ts and the evaluation of what their eating habits are, what their patterns are. What about if they're they go to the drugstore and they're buying over the counter stuff? Is that just like a complete waste of money or?
A lot of times the active ingredient is not high enough in those products to be effective. Sometimes the pH balance in those products is off, so you can get a lot of inflammation, dryness, side issues with your skin. So I'm not really familiar with a lot of over-the-counter products because I deal with professional products. But of course, I know they're there.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
come in
Sure.
with baskets full of them, right?
Sure,
They've
yeah.
tried everything, switched to the next thing. There are different kinds of acne. A lot of people don't know that. There's hormonal, there's fungal, there's different kinds of acne. So first of all, we got to find out what kind of acne you have so that we're treating it correctly. And then we go forward with that with treatments. And usually my clients come in every couple of weeks, about every 2 weeks for a treatment. Now these are all customized,
Yeah.
so everybody's different. Okay.
So
Some-
what would one look like? Just give me an example.
a treatment.
Mm-hmm.
So I would cleanse
For
your
acne.
skin. Yeah, for
Yeah.
acne. So I would cleanse the skin,
Okay.
and then sometimes I do an exfoliation. It might be a chemical or a manual exfoliation. And then I do extractions. Okay, so all the pustules and blackheads and all the different things that need to come out of the skin. And then I will customize it. So we might do a chemical peel. Chemical peels for acne are very popular. They're done in different levels, so don't let chemical peel freak you
Scare you,
out.
yeah.
No, it's they're done in different levels for your skin according to what you need. And then I may do a mask or a calming treatment after that. And then we finish it up with the right moisturizers and things like that for your skin. Then we go home, we talk about what you're going to do between now and the next time I see you with your skincare products. And if we don't need to change anything, because sometimes as you get down the road, we might need to adjust that and change that a little bit. But yeah, that's basically it. The acne treatments are not a relaxing massage kind of, okay, they are
No.
a treatment. They're
Yeah.
a serious, more medically based treatment.
Do you do that one that you did on me with the whatever the whole scraping of the?
Oh, dermablade. No,
Yeah,
no, we
no.
never dermablade with acne.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because that's a scalpel, and we don't want to be going over pustules and open lesions or and raised inflamed spots with a scalpel or a dermablade.
So
Because I feel like that's popular amongst the young
The
kids.
dermablade?
Yeah.
Oh, it's popular amongst everybody. It's one of my most common treatments.
Because I mentioned
what
it
does that do?
to one of the granddaughters, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I want that." And I was like, "Okay."
Dermablade. So explain what that is.
So dermablading is done with a scalpel. It's a professional exfoliator, which is a scalpel. I mean, there's a lot of things on the market now that you can buy on Amazon and whatever, and they're like fake little blades, okay? They can be very dangerous for your skin. It's not recommended to be doing this treatment at home. Not only that, it's not the same. I go the opposite direction of the hair growth. So what it does is it was designed to be an exfoliation treatment. So we're exfoliating off dead skin with the scalpel.
Like when I shave.
Like when you shave. But the second benefit is it also takes off all the vellus hair, which is the white peach fuzzy hair that you have on your face that people don't like. They don't want to see it. They don't want to look at it. They want to get rid of it. Other than dermablading, waxing is really the only thing. And well, to wax your whole face is not,
it.
It's
not a smart idea.
No. So, dermablading was designed to be an exfoliation treatment for the skin, a pretty deep exfoliation treatment, but it also takes off the vellus hair.
How long has that been around?
Dermablading?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I think I trained in dermablading 15 years
wow.
ago.
Okay.
It kind of made a debut, and then it went away. And then it came back. So
kind of like my jeans. my wide-legged jeans, they're coming back. Everything makes a comeback, right?
That's right.
That's right.
There's
Just
nothing
trying to
new
humor
under
it.
the sun.
Right.
Right.
Just trying to,
Yeah, it came out years ago, and it just kind of went away, and then it came back again, and it's super, super popular. It is one of my most popular treatments. Dermablade combined with a chemical peel and a facial is a fabulous treatment. It's what you had. That's what
And
we did for you.
how often would you need to do that?
Want. So every 30 days is typically when you would do hair removal, right? Because your hair is fully back in 30 days.
Okay.
Be it lip hair, facial hair, whatever it might be. Your brows, a lot of people wax brows. So it's very common every 30 days to come in for a treatment.
Okay.
Okay, it's Our Healthy Homes. Be back with more face stuff with Michelle Lee right after these messages. OurHealthyHomes.com, 651-775-9194. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. This is Our Healthy Homes, OurHealthyHomes.com. In here, in the studio with Michelle Lee. We're talking about, huh?
Sounds like a singer.
It does sound like a singer, movie star.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so give us. Now we've been talking about skincare,
Yep.
and to me, when I see facial, I'm a guy, so when I think facial, I think I'm laying on a bed, someone's rubbing my face and putting lotion on me. Give us an idea of what the services are, the different kinds of services that you offer that people can be looking forward to.
Okay. Well, customized, results-driven facials.
Okay.
So every facial is customized to you and your needs.
Okay.
There's no cookie cutter facials with me, and everybody is different. So you might not want what your girlfriend or your sister or your neighbor had, and that's the same for skincare, right? We shouldn't be using what somebody else is using because it worked for them. These things need to be customized because everybody's skin and their conditions and their issues are different, and their needs. So customized results-driven facials. I do a procedure called electrodesiccation, which is what you both had with the sunspot treatment. And it does broken capillaries, skin tags, cherry angiomas, sebaceous hyperplasias, melias, and sunspots. It's
So
a fabulous
removing
treatment.
of a blemish.
Yes. Yep. Well, we don't say removing.
Okay.
We say treating.
Okay, treating. Okay.
Yeah.
Killing it.
Yeah, yes. And then chemical peels of all levels. I do waxing services, lash and brow tinting. Of course, acne treatments are huge. And I do a fabulous treatment that you're both very familiar with called raindrop technique.
I was going to make sure that was on the list.
We will talk about that. And then I am an oncology trained esthetician. As a matter of fact, the very first one in the state, I brought that training to Minnesota.
Where'd you go to get it?
I actually held the training.
Oh.
I called the company up in Canada and asked them why they had never come to Minnesota with that training. I had waited a couple of years and they said, well, we've never been invited. And I'm like, well, you're invited and I will put the training, I'll hold the training. So I did that and we did the training at my spa. I think we had 13 estheticians from 3 or 4 different states, even Canada, that came down for the training.
And what does that training mean? What?
Okay.
How's that different from anything else?
So if you're an esthetician, at some point in time in your career, you are going to come across clients that are experiencing cancer.
Okay.
Okay. And they may be in recovery. They may be in the middle of cancer treatments, or they might be recovering or just found out.
Both.
You know, you're gonna come across them if you're an
All
esthetician.
stages.
And what happens is, we didn't really know what should we be doing for them. Like, should we be adjusting the products, the pressure?
Sure.
I mean, we've got lymph nodes now with cancer in them, right?
Right.
Different things like that. So, the oncology training was something I waited to come because I had so many clients over the years that had come down with cancer, and they didn't want to stop their treatments.
Sure.
But I felt like, geez, should I be doing this? Am I
Yeah.
doing this right? Is this okay to be doing? So taking that training really taught me how to safely treat clients experiencing cancer on all different levels, okay, wherever they might be in their journey.
Okay.
It's extremely important. And I feel, as an esthetician, advanced practice esthetician, oncology trained esthetician, if you have not taken this training, I don't think you should be working on cancer patients.
It's a risk.
Yes, from what I've learned in this training, I feel like I shouldn't have been. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right after you did the training. you're like,
I
oh
was
my
like,
gosh.
wow, I did not know this is what's happening and what's going on here. So, yeah, it was a fabulous training. And then the training came back a couple of years later, and then I helped train the next class that came back, which was a lot of fun. And that training throughout the United States, well, actually internationally, Maury Curran is the founder of Oncology Esthetics. Of course, there's other programs out there now, but she's international, and she trains
Is
all
it
over.
coming back again? Are you doing it again?
To
or-
Minnesota?
Yeah.
They have not alerted me that they were coming back, but if they did, I certainly would help with the training again.
Okay.
Think about the emotional side of that too. You
Ugh.
have cancer, a woman comes in, she's got breast cancer, got whatever it is. Just the emotional side of having someone lay hands
Yeah.
on you,
Yes.
and that your skin,
Safely.
you're taking medication, whatever, your skin's changing and all
Mhm.
that. Yeah, very very important. What else? I interrupted you.
I think we wanted to talk a little bit about the fabulous raindrop technique.
Yes. Right. So there's a handful, I would say, of people that do the raindrop in our Twin Cities area that I know of.
Okay.
I mean, there's probably more, but it is one of those techniques that has so many benefits of all of the 9 essential oils that are being used. You have cypress for circulation. You have peppermint, aromaceas, valor, marjoram. I mean, there's like 9 oil, wintergreen, all of the benefits of those. And I always tell people, when after a raindrop, where I notice it the most is my shoes are always looser the next day.
Oh, funny.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so,
The inflammation has gone down.
right, exactly. I mean, there's just so many benefits. I mean, I've got testimonies after testimonies. You can reach out to me and I can share those with you. But it's one of those. It's not a massage. So if you're expecting to have a deep tissue massage or something like that, it is not that. And Michelle's are fabulous, by the way.
Can you
So
do-
when I hurt my knee, one of the in my team said, a raindrop once a week would be the best thing for the knee because it was so big and so, inflamed from the injury. Now that was a little bit harder to do, because it was also in pain and, everything else because I needed the knee injury. But definitely is one of those techniques that is on a lot of people's radar for once a month, like kind of like your 30 days with the with
Could
the
you
skin.
do that same day?
What?
Facial and a raindrop?
Sure.
Same time?
Yep.
Just do the facial, roll over. Which one do you do first?
You could. I would probably do the facial first because most of the time when people get done with raindrop technique, they can't walk or talk anymore.
Right?
They just need to sit down and collect themselves and find their way to their car somehow. It's very, very relaxing. It starts out, just for people who are wondering, it starts out with a procedure called VitaFlex on the feet. And the VitaFlex is kind of like reflexology, but it's a little bit different because you don't hold the spot. You move the energy in the spot. So it starts out on the feet. We apply the oils, the 9 oils on the feet. We do kind of a technique that goes up and down the inner part of your foot. After that, you roll over, and all the rest of it is your back, your neck, your lower hips. And I customize this also. I've done raindrop technique, I think, for 25 years, something like that, a long time. It's very popular service. And it's very customizable. So the oils can be changed out for different oils than the original 9 in raindrop technique. And they can be changed out for different people experiencing cancer also. Or if you don't like a particular smell of an oil, they can be switched out. So it is customizable. And the rest of it is done on your back, your neck. We apply hot, steamy towels.
That's the best part.
Yeah. And it really drives the oils in deeper. And then you flip back over and we do a fabulous stretching of the neck on the end, in the end. And then I always apply our fabulous Beauty Glow oil at the end.
Now you do use the frankincense. Now, this is only Young Living, by the way, that you use. Young Living frankincense and Young Living's Beauty Glow. Do you use those in every treatment, or are those in a specific treatment that you do on the face?
So my facials, my customized facials, end with Beauty Glow oil on the face.
Okay.
So, and then I also put some on the neck and the chest, and I hold my hands over their face because, as you know, the smell is extremely grounding. It's
gets to the blood-brain barrier.
It's just, the smell is just fabulous. I mean, I walk by people and it's all I have on, and they ask me, "What do you have on?" And I'm like, "Actually, it's my facial oil." A lot of people, being an advanced practice esthetician, say, "Michelle, what do you do for your skin? What do you use?" And I'm not going to be gatekeeping here, right?
Right.
So what I use morning and night is Beauty Glow oil with Young Living's frankincense oil in it. And it is important that you're using the Young Living brand. It's just not the same. As an esthetician, one of the things I do is I test products. I've tested thousands of products. I'm telling you, every time, somebody comes in with the new trends and wants to know, "Michelle, what about this?" I always check into it for them. Sometimes I test those products on my skin. I have tested other frankincense oils from different companies, and I'm here to tell you, it's not the same.
It isn't.
You will not get the same results. So it's important that if you want the results and that you use the products that get the results. And that's the Young Living Frank.
It's so important. If you're going to make the investment, then make sure that you get the best quality that you can.
And they're so concentrated that you use way less of this product than you do other products. I mean, I use the size of a dime in the palm of my hand with a drop of frankincense, mix it, and I apply it to my face.
And we also apply it on the girls, which is the chest.
Oh, absolutely. And the neck. The neck and the chest.
Yep. So
How do people get a hold of you?
Two things we want to make sure we get to is your
Spit it
I'm
out.
drawing a blank.
Spit it out.
Your offer.
Yep.
Yeah. So my offer is for new clients. If you've never been to my spa before and you'd love to come, I'd love to meet you. I'd love to have you. And I have a new client consultation and facial for $150.
No, that's a bargain.
And
Yeah,
give us their
it's-
phone number.
It's 612-670-0706. You can also reach me at michellelee.advancedaesthetics@gmail.com. And you can also join me on my new Facebook page called Come to the Edge with Michelle Lee. I would love to have you.
There you go.
We'll see you
Thanks
next
for
week.
being here.
But when he calls me sugar, I love that man with all my might. Sugar in the morning, sugar in the afternoon. Sugar after dinner, sugar in every room. He says I'm sweet as I can be. When he calls me that name, it does things to me. I tell him, honey, you can call me sugar.